Hello, my name's Stuart. I'm the unrepentant atheist, and today we'll be doing something a bit different, which is there's a video on Elon Musk and his spiritual views. So let's check it out, and I'll be making comments along the way. Here we go.
Do you have a spiritual life?
Well, it sort of depends on what spiritual means.
I think that's a very good response. What does spiritual mean? Let's see if we'll get some kind of clarity on that.
And there's certainly things that we don't understand about the universe, but I'm less convinced that there's, say, some super consciousness watching over our every movement and kind of evaluating it against some criteria and deciding whether we're going to go to one place or another when we die. I think that's unlikely.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So he's ruling out, from the sounds of it, he's ruling out the traditional kind of monotheism, the god of classical monotheism. So I suppose that makes him an atheist if he doesn't believe in any other god.
Continued to interview Musk on what he worships. From Elon Musk's response, it was clear that he was an agnostic, but not an atheist, as most people would think.
Well, hold on a minute. He's just said that he doesn't believe in the god of classical theism. So I suppose that would make him an atheist. I mean, he may well be an agnostic, of course.
As an agnostic, Musk neither believes nor disbelieves in God, since the existence...
Well, wait a minute. You can't be in a position of not believing nor disbelieving. If he lacks the belief in a God, then he's going to be in a state of disbelief. The question is, does Musk believe in God? It seems to me the answer to that is no, which means he disbelieves in God, which makes him an atheist.
The existence of God cannot be proved. The physics guru only believes in facts and science. Listen to Musk's response in matters of worship.
What do you worship?
Well, I don't really worship anything, but I do devote myself to the advancement of humanity using technology. And it does beg the question, if there is some superconsciousness, where did the superconsciousness come from? So I think the most likely explanation is that complexity evolved from simplicity, that the simple elements over time combined to become more complex and arrived at what we are.
The tech genius made it clear in the interview that science and religion cannot coexist. The former economics student from University of Pennsylvania was probably borrowing from Karl Marx, a German economist who said that religion is the opium of the masses. The deeply religious Rain was shocked to learn that Musk doesn't pray. Have a look.
Why would he be shocked? He's just said he doesn't believe in God. What would he pray to?
Can science and religion coexist?
Probably not.
Do you pray?
I don't. I didn't even pray when I almost died of malaria.
Wow, that's really not praying.
Right.
So you put your money where your bug spray was.
Yeah.
You're blowing my mind. You deal with so much stuff. I mean, you deal with space travel and energy and the source of consciousness, and you're thinking about all of these giant life's big questions. What blows your mind? What gives you awe?
Well, I think the nature of the universe gives me awe, and just the huge expanse of the universe, and how far away things are and how big they are, and the fact that there are things like supermassive black holes that are equal to 1 billion suns.
What about dark matter? Doesn't that freak you out too?
Yeah, and dark matter is...
Now, where's he going with dark matter? So I've heard a lot of Christians talk about dark matter like it, opens up some kind of opportunistic door, some sort of mysterious opportunistic door for their God to step into the limelight.
So dark matter, dark energy are kind of interesting, because I'm not sure what those...
Dark matter and dark energy are kind of interesting. I'm not sure what those actually are. Well, okay, and what have you concluded from them?
Actually are. People don't know what those actually are, and it's particularly dark energy. In fact, that may be an argument for this being a simulation, because
he's getting into some strange territory there. So dark matter may be an argument for a simulation hypothesis. I don't think I would go. He's obviously possibly been under the influence. He's done some reading there, and I don't really think that I would start talking about hypothesis simulation in connection with dark energy. Well, of course, maybe he knows a lot more about astrophysics than I do. He probably does.
In a simulation, you could just make things be however you want. The laws don't all have to be consistent.
Yeah, but the question is, does he really believe that we could be in a simulation? And if so, I suppose, what is his evidence? He's getting into some kind of freaky territory here.
Don't be deceived into believing that Musk is ignorant about religion.
Well, I'm not. Why would I be deceived about that? I find more and more that people who've got quite a well worked out rational position on religion, and particularly those who reject religion for good reasons, usually turns out they actually know quite a lot about the various religious books like the Bible, the Quran, or whatever.
As a child, the boy Elon Musk attended an Anglican Sunday school and learned at a Jewish preschool. He probably knows more about the Bible and Christianity than most folks, as seen in the following interview. Follow through.
Like, how many people have actually read the Bible?
Few of them probably say they have, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Do you have
I mean, at one point, I when I was a kid, I was like, I had this existential crisis, and I was trying to figure out what's the meaning of life. And I was like, oh, it means nothing. It's all... And I read, like, a whole bunch of religious books, including the Bible. And I'm like, there's a bunch of things in there they didn't teach you at Sunday school. Sodom and Gomorrah, dark.
I must say, I am impressed that as a kid, I wonder what age he's talking about, that he had an existential crisis.
Yikes. Yeah, God sure changes his mind from the Old Testament to the New Testament. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty vengeful in the Old Testament. Maybe we can have a chapter past Revelations. But is there a happy ending here? Revelations Part 2, the happy ending?
In the same interview, Musk was challenged as to whether he would accept Jesus as his personal savior.
What a strange question for an atheist.
After evading the question for some time, Musk responded by saying that he would not mind being saved if Jesus has the powers to save.
Well, of course, me too. If Jesus turns up and it turns out Christianity's true and he's walking around saving people, then I'd be in the same position.
It would be quite a spectacle seeing Musk being baptized.
We're wondering if you could do us a quick solid and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Personal Lord and Savior. It's a quick prayer.
Well, no wonder he's having trouble answering. He can't relate to the question. It's like...
But hey, if Jesus is saving people, I mean, I would stand in his way. They'll be sure. I'll be saved. Why not?
Sweet, we did it.
In the interview, Musk revealed that he accepted some of Jesus' teachings on love and forgiveness. However, the genius was quick to criticize how Jesus chose wine over water in a wedding. The interviewers were amazed at Elon's criticism on various biblical accounts. Have a look.
I mean, let's just say, I agree with the principles that Jesus advocated. There's great wisdom in the teachings of Jesus, and I agree with those teachings. And things like turn the other cheek are very important because.
Well, I must say I don't agree with it, turn the other cheek. If somebody slaps me on the cheek, I'm going to hit them back 10 times harder. I think turn the other cheek is one of the worst of Jesus' teachings. It just leaves you open to permanent insult, injury, and humiliation. It's a very bad piece of advice.
As opposed to an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. So, forgiveness, is important, and treating people as you would wish to be treated. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Very important.
Well, I don't agree with that one. I've got a absolutely insufferable neighbor that lives in my block, and no, I don't love him. I never will. I don't want to love him.
And Jesus was obviously very pro-alcohol, because one of his miracles was turning water into wine. Yeah, and that was they were having a party,
they ran out of wine. Okay. And they're like, let's keep this banter going. Good stuff. Who can solve this problem? We're out of White Claws. Friggin' store's closed. And Jesus is like, I gotcha. Okay. Water, now wine. I'm like, party on. You know? So, you know,
Accurate.
pro partying with alcohol is literally one of the miracles.
It is interesting how the SpaceX CEO understands rocket science but does not understand the origin of life.
Wait a minute. Elon Musk is an economics graduate and he understands rocket science? Did I hear that correctly? Well, I'm not going back. I think I did hear that correctly. No, Elon Musk, I doubt if he's even got a very rudimentary understanding of rocket science. And as for the origins of life, abiogenesis, you know, again, he's an economist. Why would he have a grasp of that to any complex level?
The genius explained to Dr. Crystal Dilworth of the efforts that he has made to help understand the existential crisis during a late-night chat at Canadian Consul's residence in Los Angeles. Here's what Elon had to say.
I had this like existential crisis when I was a kid, and tried to figure out what's it all about, and none of the books I read seemed to actually have a good answer. You know,
it's funny, isn't it? And I'm slightly insulted. People go to him and ask, do you believe in God? Because he's the world's richest man. Why don't they line up outside my flat and ask me? Isn't my opinion important?
you know, so I read all the religious texts, and I read a bunch of philosophy books, and they were quite depressing. Actually, when I read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I thought, okay, this is a pretty good one.
So there we are. To all you Christians, Muslims out there, Jews, what have you, Hindus, Elon Musk, the world's richest man, his Bible is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's better than all of yours.
You know, just to sort of try to gain greater enlightenment over time, that seems like a good goal. If you don't really know what the meaning of life is, or even really what the right questions are to ask, but if we can improve our understanding of the universe, then eventually we can figure out what the right question to ask is. You know, if it's not meaning of life, it's something, you know.
It really doesn't matter whether Elon Musk is a Jew, Christian, Muslim, or irreligious. The thing that matters is that Elon Musk is a good human who is focused on saving humans by making us a multiplanetary species. Elon cares so much for humanity.
Wait a minute, in what sense are we a multiplanetary species? As far as I know, we live here on the Earth and there are no human beings living on any other planets. What a strange video this is.
That he would want them to continue living on Mars in case the Earth is destroyed. You may not agree with Musk on religion, but you must admire his selflessness for humanity.
Well, I agree with him on religion, but as regards his selflessness for humanity, I'm not sure whether that's a good way of characterizing his position exactly. I mean, he is the world's richest man, isn't he? Okay, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your comments are, and I'll be back again with another video very soon. Thanks for watching.